It's a fireside chat.
Yeah, yeah.
It's going to be quick. But I am curious about a couple of things. It'll be fun.
No. I hope I can answer your question.
It doesn't matter.
If
You
you
just
can't,
tell the
that's
truth. If
fine.
you can't, you
Yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
All right, okay.
But geez, you look good.
Can I just get you to say like the first few letters of the alphabet, Shirley?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K.
What are those?
What is that?
It's a what
What
alarm?
is that? Oh, good Lord. Let me see where it is. Oh, wonderful. That's all we need.
Well, we
Where-
should
where is the
investigate
alarm?
the fire, right?
That might be your alarm.
Now the phone's going to ring.
Okay. Let's see if we can do it.
Oh my God. That'd be funny.
Wow.
All right, we're ready to
Shut
go.
us down.
Okay.
Ready? Okay, good.
Yes,
Is it
Okay,
May?
tell me when you're ready.
we're ready.
We're ready.
Shirley, thank you for talking with us.
Yes.
And with me specifically.
It's a pleasure.
And for all you've done for us in the past. We were waning. And we got a little visit from a small group of gentlemen. Was it Screen Gems?
Yes. it was
Screen Gems.
Gems.
Okay, so from Screen Gems.
Columbia.
And here's a good question.
Excuse me.
I just want this for my own personal. I heard that a 20 kind of something, Michael Eisner was part of the crew and the group that came up with this concept.
That's right. He was.
is?
He was a young man then.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, we've got a group of visitors to our house in Santa Monica. And now I'm just 18.
Mm-hmm.
We're in a group. We do what we're told. We don't ask questions.
Right.
We've had and are having, at the time of the visit, a fine career. With some bumps along the way, of course. And they're laying out this TV show about a mom in the rock and roll group, and they go off on a bus, and we're going, well, okay, yeah, we know
Yeah,
that
yeah,
story.
we understand
Fine.
that.
Well, come to find out, of course, they're checking us out. And there's two stories that we grew up with about the Partridges family and the Cowsills. Story number one. Story number one, we're told, it rang.
Just pick it up from story number
Oh,
one.
no, I know. I was just going to wait to see if it rang again. Story number one, we're told, is from our side where my dad finds out that you're going to be the mother in this show, kind of no matter what, and that it was sort of a Shirley Jones vehicle. Okay, this is what we're
Right.
told. And he's going to kill the deal because of that. This does not sit well with him. And allegedly, they're thinking of having Cowsills be the kids, or some of us,
Right.
but they meet us and we're gawky teenagers. Susan's cute, and I'm sure they thought that, but I'm sure we didn't pass the muster of the visual they had in mind.
Right.
So I think on two levels, our level being my dad wasn't going to let it happen unless mom got to be mom.
Really?
Yes.
That your mom got to be mom?
Right.
Is that so?
Oh, that is
I never
so.
knew that.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah, he didn't like that.
That's, oh, really?
No, and believe
That's
me,
great.
my mother,
That's
God
great.
bless her,
Yeah.
had stage fright, didn't want to be in a rock and roll band,
Right.
and didn't want to be on a TV show like this.
Right, right.
But she would have done it
Yeah.
because we all did what we were told.
Of course.
But because it was going to have to be some of us and you,
That's
well, that
interesting.
would be blasphemous within the Cowsill kingdom, you know? We can't be
course.
having that.
I understand.
And then we hear on the other side that the guys were just getting too old, looking a little too, gawky teenage guys.
Yeah, right.
Not really what we had in mind visually for this concept at all. So it shut down. Now, we were okay with it as boys because we were touring and recording and had hit records.
Yes.
So to think we were going to go into a studio
Right.
somewhere every day and work.
And work. Work every day on
we were
television.
okay, yeah, that this was not going to happen.
Right.
So that's the last I hear until we found out that they went forward with the project, that it is you as the mom, and we're all over you, with Oklahoma, and we're
Right.
chasing this down totally about
Right.
Shirley Jones because we don't know much about the cast other than you.
Right.
So we get an invitation to the very first show on the lot. It was a screening on the lot at Screen
Right.
Gems that we got to attend. And then that's when we found out, okay, well, they didn't take us, but Tony Romeo wrote I Think I Love You.
Right.
Maybe he wrote Come On, Get Happy. He may
Yeah,
have
I think
written
he
that
did, too.
Yeah. And Wes Farrell was
Wes
our
Farrell,
producer.
of course.
And he went over and broke camp and went there. And I go, well, they they took everyone but the kids, you know, in terms of how they were
Right.
constructing this thing. Now, that's my story.
Right.
I'm curious as to the very first phone call you received.
To be very honest with you, I had been doing movies up to that point and stage stuff and all of that. And they said, we have this show called The Partridge Family. We're thinking about, having you play the mom. And the first thing I said is, I don't want to do a television series. I don't care what it is. I don't want to do a television
That's
series.
what we said.
Yeah.
That's great.
I don't want to do a television series. And they
Yeah.
said, well, wait a minute, why don't you read it? It has music, it has, and it's about a real live people called the Cowsills. And
They said that?
oh yeah, it's a
Wow,
real
they said
live
the
group.
words.
Oh yeah.
I feel good about that.
No, they said no. It's actually based on their life and their
Wow.
their group.
Now, and I'm only asking this because of, I don't know the world you lived in
Right.
back then. And like, we knew of you because we were into musicals.
Right.
I mean, we watched Paint Your Wagon
Right.
with Lee Marvin 20 times.
Yes.
And The Camelot with Richard
Yeah.
Harris, 50.
Yeah, all the musical
All
movies.
of them.
Yeah.
You know them. So had you ever heard of us?
Truth?
Yeah, the truth.
No.
That's why I'm asking you.
No, I didn't know who you were.
Yeah,
No,
so-
I didn't know who you were.
Okay, great.
And they said, oh, it's a wonderful group, and they went on and on about the powers that be, managers, agents, people like that said, Shirley, don't do a television series, because if it does become a hit, you'll never make another movie in your life, and you'll be that character, that person for the rest of your life.
Well,
That's what they said, and of course
Okay.
they were right.
yeah. Well, you're Mrs. Partridge.
That's exactly right,
All
and
right,
I'm
you're
still
Mrs.
Mrs. Partridge.
Oh, right. So you did it. I think
So
it's an
that
honor
is
to
what
have created a role
no,
so
I have no
huge.
regrets, to tell you the truth. But I mean, they did say that, and
How long did it take you to say yes?
well, after I decided that this would be good because I could stay home and raise my kids. I did it because of that.
Some personal
It was
reasons.
real personal. I said I want to stay home and raise my kids. I can't be going away all the time now.
So they round them all up.
They round
and
them all
you
up.
start the pilot. I guess you had to do a pilot.
Oh yeah, we did the pilot.
Now, did you get wind if any of them had ever heard of the Cowsills at all?
I think David had, by the way. Yeah.
Because we heard that one time that he got so tired of being asked about this association
Right.
that it started getting to him a little.
Yeah.
Like enough of the Cowsills.
Right.
We're doing this on our own. And
Yeah.
We heard that he would actually tell them, "Don't ask me about that group." Is that true?
I don't know.
Come on.
I tell you the truth.
You would? No,
I-
you would. You hadn't heard of
no,
us. Okay.
no, he never said it to me,
That's
and I
what
never
we
heard. I mean, I never heard him
We
say
heard
it
it
to
from a
anybody.
writer. So who
He
knows?
may have.
He may
He may very well
It
have.
could have been a mood.
Because by that time, he was doing his own thing, and he suddenly became the biggest, star in
Teen Idol.
Teen Idol in America.
did.
So maybe he didn't want an identification with anybody at that point.
Do you know if since they were so upfront with you about that this is based on our story,
Mm-hmm.
do you know if they gave us any money?
I don't know. Nobody said anything.
I'm
I
just-
have to say this, though. I did say to them, excuse me, why didn't you use them in the series? I asked the producer.
Wow, really?
Uh-huh.
What was the answer?
He said they're not actors.
That's the right answer.
That's exactly what he said.
We could have been.
He
but
said
it's the right answer.
that's what he said.
Yeah.
He said they're wonderful people. They sing great, and they're but he said surely they're not actors.
Did you ever see a picture of my mom or ever? Oh, that's
They
Mrs.
showed me
Cowsill.
pictures. Yes.
Oh, they did?
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, they brought pictures on the set for everybody to see.
They did?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Oh yeah, because we all wanted to know who these people were.
Yeah,
I didn't know who
yeah.
they were, and yeah, they brought pictures. They showed us pictures of everybody,
Wow, that's
and
amazing.
said these are the people you're playing. This is the group, and
Wow. That's
So-
worth the trip right there.
yeah, they did.
God, I can't imagine that happening down there. That's cool.
Yeah.
And did you get to know Wes
the
Farrell
show.
at all? The
Oh
record
yeah,
producer? You did.
I did because I went to
Okay.
the recording sessions.
Right.
Nobody else did,
Okay.
but me. Yeah.
Yeah, Wes was
Oh,
great.
of course, I loved him. Yeah, he was
Totally.
wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah. So
he
you
was-
liked our
he was
crew.
great.
Good.
Absolutely loved
Because
him.
we felt good that
Yeah.
we could at least, we felt that we gave to the story, not just, because they looked at us and thought, that's so good that could transfer to
Right.
this.
Right.
And that was a no-brainer, really.
Yeah, yeah.
That was fine to think that.
Yeah.
But then that they thought our music was good enough to borrow Wes and Tony and
Oh,
put that
yeah.
team on
Oh.
it. was great also.
As I said, they loved your music. They,
Yeah.
you know, and they played recordings of you. I'd never heard you at that point. They
Right.
played recordings, showed us pictures, and
You know,
everything
I
else.
should be. I
So-
can see you on the buckboard with Gordon McRae. You never heard of us?
No.
How
Sorry
dare
about
you?
that.
No,
Sorry
but
about
that's
that.
the world you're in.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, look, we held our own, but
It was a
wasn't-
different time for me too. You know, I mean, I'd come from, as you know, the heavy, even
Oh.
opera. I mean, I'd studied opera. I came from the heavy musical theater and you know that end and the stage. So I didn't. There was a lot of groups that I'd never heard, never listened to.
Sure.
You know, so
Yeah. And then you're
it was a
playing my
different
mother.
time. I know.
It's funny. We're more about you from afar than you're about us because
Yes.
you're just busy doing your thing, but we're
Yeah.
watching you.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, you go, look at that, man. They really nailed Mom on this. You
Oh, I'm
know?
glad. I'm
Oh,
glad you
it's
felt
great.
that way.
Oh, we did. We thought you were. We okayed your hire. And,
Good. I'm
you
glad.
know, they didn't call us, but
I'm
we
glad.
gave you the thumbs up. Totally. We're big fans of yours.
Well,
totally.
I ended up really having a wonderful time, and I just, you know, as I said, I was told I shouldn't have done it, but I have no regrets whatsoever. It was a great period in my life.
No, a whole new
A
generation.
whole new
loves you
generation.
because of that.
Absolutely.
Surely you know that.
And even
Oh,
today.
surely you know that.
Even today, I
Of
mean,
course.
you know, I mean, it's still playing, you know, in lots of places. So no, it was wonderful for me. Okay.
Thank you, Shirley.
Thank you.
And
So
we'll
good
be
to see
right
you.
back. All right.